Hello and welcome to the Tip of the Week. I'm Dr. Amy Starr with the Mesa Veterinary Clinic, Paws and Hooves Mole Veterinary Services, and San Francisco Stables. This week I wanted to talk about horses a little bit. A couple weeks ago I talked about colics in horses and the importance of doing sand clear, or what we call psyllium, which is the active ingredient. I wanted to expand on that a little bit and discuss nutrition a little bit more. So obviously it depends a lot on your horse, what your horse is used for, the environment, how often you're using it, if it has any health issues, its age, things like that. All of those are extremely important to take into consideration when looking at the nutrition of your pet. Animals that are in higher use, for example, maybe you're using them several times a week, or you're doing a lot of roping or high energy things with them, and younger animals tend to need more caloric intake and more protein, so those animals can get more alfalfa, and you can also supplement them, maybe if you're doing a lot of work, with a little bit of specialty grains like your Equine Junior or some of your Glow products, as well as Strategy, things like that. If they're older, they may not need quite as much, and they may not be able to chew quite as well. Really important to always maintain their teeth. The teeth is the basic essential necessity of your pet to be able to utilize the nutrition that you do give it and make it more effective. And so if there's dental problems, then they're not going to be able to utilize the feed that you're giving it. You're going to have to use special feeds like all pelleted and mash feeds so that they can ingest it easier. Just going real quick on the dental issues, if you do take care of them, I always consider the teeth to be kind of like the motor in your engine, in your vehicle. If you have a tire go low, you can just fill it up and away you go. But if you have the oil run out on your engine, then you can actually kill the oil. And so the teeth are the same way. There gets to be a point where you can't bring the teeth back to a normal, healthy mouth, and then you have chronic problems that get worse and worse and are progressive. And so always important, even if you're not seeing issues in your animal like dropping feed, really take care of those teeth. I can tell I've got patients that are 32 years old with a great mouth because they've always done their teeth. And I've got other patients that are 20 years old with a horrible mouth because in the beginning their teeth weren't taken care of. So that's really important. Also, some of your older horses or your overweight horses or your ponies are more tend to what we call equine metabolic syndrome, and they need to be on a strict grass feed, which has less of the protein and stuff that might cause founder in them. And so important to manage that. I would always recommend that if you have any specific questions, have us come out and we'll talk to you more in depth about them. There's also extension agents and nutritionists that can get a little bit more detailed if you have a specific problem. But mainly you want to do a good quality mixed feed like a grass and alfalfa, maybe a tiny bit of some sweet feed just as a little treat, but really they don't need that. It's more like just kind of giving them a treat after you work them or something. And then make sure you're doing a salt block or trace mineral block in this area of El Paso and surrounding areas. We do have a lot of salt in our sand, in our ground, and so the horses will lick the ground trying to get that salt. So you want to prevent that, and you can go ahead and give them a salt and a trace mineral block to help prevent them from ingesting as much sand and dirt. And then extremely important, as I talked about before, the Sand Clear, which is just one of the brands. Basically psyllium is the active ingredient. They need to have that always, so do it one day, one or 2 days a week, or 1 week a month, to keep them cleared out so they don't get sand colic. If you have any further questions, please give us a call, and we hope you have a great week. Bye-bye.